Hi, Asa.
Hi.
So my name's Alan Pearson.
I'm Asa Haynes.
And we are two of Mountview Equalities Champions. So we thought we'd just sit down together, as it is Queer History Month. And a couple of questions that came to us have been, why do we think Queer History Month is important?
Yes.
What do you think?
I think that Queer History Month is really important is because we constantly need to remind ourselves of who and where and why we have come so far in terms of inclusivity within the queer community and inclusivity of just basic civil rights of queer people in history. And we kind of have to thank our trans brothers and sisters, our non-binary peers, our queer people of colour in general for just genuinely paving the way to where we can exist and be seen in the world in a very visible and colourful light.
I think you said that beautifully.
Thank you.
I think it's a phrase that I maybe historically would have felt kind of icky about, like having a specific month dedicated to queer history, which, you know, is the trauma in itself. But I think increasingly, actually, that attention and visibility is so vital. And especially if you can dedicate it to 1 month, it just means that everyone's in the same focus at the time. And then we understand why people behave in certain ways and think certain ways because of what people have been through, as you said beforehand. I think that's why I find it so important.
Yeah.
And I find it less icky nowadays. Great.
Is there anyone who you absolutely love and adore, who's a part of the queer experience from past and present that you love and adore?
we had a recent discovery that basically we feel the same way about said person. Janelle Monáe, which I just had no idea that Ace was such a huge fan as well. I saw her in in New York, a TV host, what's that? David Letterman. She was at the David Letterman show, literally like 12 years ago, singing Tightrope, and I've just followed her career since. But I have seen her in concert, and I just find she's just, for me, one of the greatest advocates for so many people of difference.
Yes.
Obviously, she's a woman of colour, a queer woman of colour, and she just, even her music and her sort of politics and everything sort of funneled through into such beautiful, smart lyrics and amazing tunes that she, to me, is just such a champion for all things that I feel passionate about and care about, I suppose.
She's always...
We've asked to do this in 1 minute. There's no way we're going to talk about Janelle Monáe in 1 minute.
For me, the reason why, many reasons why I've loved and have loved Janelle Monáe is the fact that she has always been on the precipice and the fulcrum point of masculinity and femininity. She spent years in a black and white tuxedo, and she shouldn't be wearing a tuxedo, and she's like, well, she makes a tuxedo look feminine but also extremely masculine. Yeah. And for me, that sheer determination just to go, no, sod it, I'm actually going to do this because this is my music, this is my art. And she's just incredible. Her music is so good. But I also have to give it up to James Baldwin as well.
Oh, yes.
Wonderful black queer writer from the civil rights era, and his work is, and what he's done not only for civil rights worldwide but also for the queer community is something that I don't think many people can really put their finger on and really say he did this one thing, because he did absolutely everything. I think someone described his work as the poetry of reality as well. It's that sort of mid-20th century American writing that just mirrored and reflected so much of the artists, playwrights' lives and people's lives. That's a great one. Yeah. I mean, there's hundreds, but there's a couple for you now. We could talk about Janelle forever. Oh, we can, join our podcast.
Happy LGBTQIAP plus History Month, Asa.
Happy Queer not Pride Month. Happy Queer History Month.
Thank you.